and welcome back to this week's video. If you've not been here before and you've not seen any of my videos, my name is Tracy Mayhew and I write contemporary romances set here in the UK and YA fantasy fiction. So as you can tell from the lighting in this video, it is a grey and rainy day in the UK, which is fine because I love that kind of weather. To me, it's perfect writing weather. I'm more than happy to get cosy in my writing office and just tap out, get loads of words done, hopefully. There's no excuse to go out if it's raining. I can't walk the dog, so she doesn't like the rain, so so I'm happy to just sit and just type. Anyway, so this video is going to be a little bit different from the more recent videos I've put out. It's not going to be a how-to video or my top tips for whatever. It's just going to be me talking to you about how this month has gone so far, where I am with my word count, where I am with my WIP, how I'm feeling about it all and things like that. So make sure you've got your cup of tea. I've got peppermint tea today. It is the only tea I drink, which being from the UK is probably unexpected, but there we go. that's just me, I'm afraid. Don't like normal tea. I will have a fruit tea or a peppermint tea. November started pretty strong for me. I was able to do quite a bit of writing in those initial days, which is unheard of for me because balancing teaching with writing isn't always easy because teaching is quite draining and writing can be quite draining. So I went into November thinking I would just do 1,000 words on the days that I needed to work, and then at the weekend I would play catch up and try to push past and try to get ahead, basically. As you know from one of my previous videos, I wanted to write about 1,786 words each day. I've not stuck to that. I don't go into every writing session thinking, I've got to write 1,786. I use it as kind of like a ballpark figure. Most days I find that I've gone over that, but sometimes I have had a few days so far where I've come in well under that, at about 1,000 words one day, I think. That was my lowest day, apart from the 0 days. I've had a couple of 0 days. But yeah, I've come in at 1,000 and I literally can't do any more. My fingers don't want to type the words I want them to type. So I know at that point I've got to stop and take a step back. So I haven't always hit the word count goal. I have tried to exceed it, especially on my non-working days. And for most of that, I have managed to do that. So for the first couple of days, I was able to write roughly about 1,800 words the first couple of days. The third day I was able to write 2,500 words, which is, as I say, unheard of. But I think what helped was feeling really excited about my story. I spent October planning that story, and I was able to go in with a really strong opening image for that story. So because of that, I was able to use that and really push forward with those words. And then on the Saturday, the 4th of November, I was able to take part in the Double Down Day in the Heart Breathings community here on YouTube. I belong, as you've heard me talk about heart breathings in other videos, every first Saturday of each month, they do a Double Down Day, which is when we try to get double the word count that we normally would. I haven't always been able to do it, and when I have done it, I haven't always been able to get double the word count. But as I say, this month I've been so excited about this story. Being back in Appleford, being back with those characters, I've really enjoyed writing this month. So I was able to do that. So I wrote nearly 6,000 words that day. So that really helped push me ahead. So the next week I was able to maintain that momentum, but then I did have a 0 day. I think I had a migraine, and I can't write with a migraine. I did try, but there was no getting away from it. I was so tired. I think it was the beginnings of a migraine, because the next day the migraine really hit, so I wasn't able to do a lot at all then. So I had a couple of 0 days that week, but because I was so far ahead, I didn't stress about it. Even if I wasn't ahead with a migraine, you can't stress about it. There's no point. there's nothing you can do once that hits. So I just had to accept what was happening and just move past it. And then when the migraine cleared up, I was able to come back to the project, and I was able, because again the excitement was building. I was disappointed that I couldn't write for those 2 days, but that also helped me, because when I came back to it, I was able to just go with it, and I was just able to knock out a few more words. So again, I was ahead, and at that point I think I was about lost where I am. I was about 5,000 words ahead, 4,955 words ahead. So my initial early lead had kind of diminished a little bit because of the 0 days, but I was still able to then, when I came back to it, write more than my daily word count expectations, which again upped my lead. So that was all good. I was able to give myself my 10,000 word prize. And my 20,000 word prize, which was a tube of Smarties, orange Smarties, because they're the best Smarties. And then I had some retro sweets I was able to gift myself as well. So that brings us to this week, which I was really hoping to hit my 30,000 words, which I did. And I'll talk about that. I'll show you that prize in a minute, because I've got it right here. But yeah, this week has been a little bit more, let's say, difficult. Not too difficult that I haven't been able to write at least, well, most of the days. It was only Thursday, I think, or another week. It was only Thursday, I think, that I didn't write anything. And I'll tell you why that was in a minute. But I was able to continue. I had a couple of lower writing days because I was tired. So I think 2 days I only got about 1,000 words. But again, my lead was such that I was still ahead. So it didn't bother me so much. But then Thursday hit, and unfortunately, my oldest cat, Casper, wasn't very well. So we had to take him to the vet. So that day was spent worrying about him. He had an injection. And he's been given medication, and we're waiting. We've got an appointment next Tuesday to go and follow up what's happening with him. So this week's all been a little bit, well, I've been tired from work, but then this hit, and it was kind of like, it totally like made it possible to write, because my worry for him was just, I couldn't do anything. So I am now currently 4,000 words ahead, which is still good. I'm still happy with that. And Casper seems to be doing well at the moment, so I'm hoping that today I will be able to do a bit more writing than I have in the last couple of days. Yesterday I was able to write because seeing him improve slightly has given me more, I've been able to relax a little bit more. So I was able to do about 2,000 words, 1,933 words yesterday, which means I am now currently sitting here right now 3,883 words ahead. Okay, so as of today, which is the Saturday, the 18th of November, I am almost 4,000 words ahead, which has brought me to 34,000 words. 34,245 words so far, which means I have been able to give myself my 30,000 words. And I was really looking forward to getting this one, because I can show it to you, because it's more than just sweets. So these are my little penguin cozy socks. How cute are they? I love them. I've got 2 pairs of these. I love a cozy sock in winter, and this is the perfect weather to wear them. So I wear them all day. I don't just limit them to wearing them when I go to bed or when I change into my pyjamas. So he's been added to my collection, him and his friend. I wore the other ones yesterday, so they're in the wash. But yeah, these are absolutely, and they're so soft and they're so lovely, and I just love them. When I saw them, I think it was in October. When I saw them, I was just like, I fell in love with them. So I was just like, that can be one of my nano prizes. So there you go. I was able to give myself that. So this week, I am hoping. Basically what I'm hoping today. The weather is kind of a bit hit and miss at the moment. So my plan was initially to get myself to my library, because a lot of my writing, because I've been working, a lot of my writing has been limited to the office, and it's starting to feel, because I'm starting to feel that resistance, I'm wondering if I need a bit of a change. So I'm thinking I'm going to follow my own advice, and I'm thinking I'm going to try and make the effort to get to the library today if the weather allows me to. That, as I say, depends on the weather, so it may not happen, but if it does, I'm hoping I'll be able to do some a chunk of writing in there, maybe do some here later on. So that change of scenery may help me in unlocking whatever's going on in my head so far, the resistance, whatever it is. So that's the plan for me today. I'm also hoping that this week, which is kind of why I wanted to do a short video actually, because as I said, I don't want to spend 20 minutes talking about something and then have to reshoot it or something like that, or wait forever for it to upload. So I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, so that I can get on with some writing and concentrate on that. But anyway, yeah, so I'm also hoping that this week I will be able to hit my 40,000 word goal, in which case I have a beautiful piece of jewellery coming from Etsy that I would love to show you next week or the week after, whenever it comes, because obviously we're dependent on the post, which isn't always as reliable as we'd like it to be here in the UK. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to show that to you next week. If I do a video, because next week I have a family commitment, which may mean I may not be able to do a video, but so that's kind of like a question mark for next week. But if not, I'll do something so that I can show you my 40,000 word prize if I get there this week. Hopefully I will, but we'll see. What else? Is that it? I think that's it actually. And then hopefully the week after I will be able to hit that 50,000 word goal, which has so far eluded me in the last 4 years of Nano. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to hit that, and then I'll be able to get my set of books that I want. So that is the plan. So I'm going to leave it here for this week. As I say, next week there may not be a video, but I'll let you know. I'll post something in the community tab if I can't do the video. But we'll see. At the moment, I'm hoping it will be. If I do the video, it will be about how to combat writer's block. I think that's my next video. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week, hopefully. And as I say, if you let me know in the comments below how you're getting on this month with your writing, with any other projects you're doing. And if you are writing and you're feeling that resistance, let me know, so I know I'm not alone. I'm rather selfish like that. So yeah, I will see you soon, and until then, goodbye.